I'm Pastor Kip Glenn, a student in Psych 516, answering the fifth and final question of the midterm oral report. Fifth question is, what are some possible common organizational constraints and how could they lead to counterproductive behaviors? I believe they're referred to in some situations, in some circles, as frustration factors as opposed to what they would call constraints, but frustration factors or stressors in the stressor emotional model, stress and emotional model from Spector in 1997 from our text. Frustration factors are indicative of many counterproductive work behaviors. And when you talk about counterproductive work behaviors, there can be a lot of frustration factors. In my own personal experiences, some frustrational factors were the result of what we would call a manpower move. It's a pretty stressful time for people that are looking to move up in the corporation or move up in the hourly situations where openings have come up within the workforce and they go through a bidding process, and usually those with the higher seniority and higher ability get those jobs, and they often pay more money than what some people were making at their current jobs. And I've seen some violent situations happen because of people not getting those jobs and other people getting those jobs with less seniority. There's a lot of situations that have caused, through the manpower move, that have caused counterproductive work behavior on a personal level. Abusive language towards union representation, abusive language towards HR labor reps, and it's usually not their fault, it's just the way things go, and people get frustrated. And because of those constraints and the frustration levels, they result in counterproductive work behavior. Also layoffs and strikes. I've been involved in several of those, and I've seen some pretty counterproductive work behavior going on where those situations have occurred. There's just a lot of things that can cause people to, for lack of a better phrase, freak out about things going on in their workplace, and it becomes so frustrating they act out in counterproductive ways. I haven't experienced a whole lot of people using theft because of situations like that, but I have seen corporate sabotage and also things like graffiti being put out throughout the workplace, and also individuals getting into physical altercations. So with that said, these kind of constraints or frustration factors are highly visible in our workplace now, and unfortunately they've resulted in other places people getting frustrated to the point of being laid off or something like that, and they've came in and actually physically abused other people. And unfortunately there have been situations where people have come in and actually shot and killed people within the workplace. So these kind of things need to be addressed. The frustration levels need to hopefully be reduced, and we can also reduce the counterproductive work behaviors.